Hello everyone, my name is Vikram Shetty, director at 73-bit. This is that time of the year when new graduates pass out of the college and they look for their first job. So I thought of creating 7-step videos to find your first tech job. So I will reveal some secrets, something that I don't think you may be aware about it, and it will be useful. So let's get into it and start and understand what are the 7 step right now. So here we go. So best kept secrets to find the job in today's market. So let's get into it and share you straight away the 7 steps that I'm going to talk about. So just to follow it, the first step is find your interest, define exact job role, build your resume, put in all the job sites, make daily schedule. A much more important step, the fifth step is, I think, the key step here, one of the key step, and that you can do it on your own. And sixth is connect with your peers, and seventh is the 100 companies. So that's 7 step is something that I don't think you must have heard till now. So let's go step by step. I'm sure something in this video will definitely connect with you and without wasting for the time. So the first step is find your interest. So you become good at what you like. That's, I think, you should know this by now. Like, if you do a job where you like what you kind of do, and by like, I don't mean the skill set. Yet now you might not have developed the skill set or the complete skill set, but you have some traits. You find it very nice. Like, for example, if you are in a tech world, what do you like most? Do you like solving problem, writing algorithms, or are you more interested in data, working on the back end, or you are more interested in creating user experience, so you want to work with UI UX, or maybe you want to be in the tech because of the boom of it, but you don't have any technical skills and you want to work around it, like growth hacking, marketing, sales, or business analyst kind of a role, or support role, or customer success role. So there are different areas and aspects in the tech world. So it is not end all be all of either a programmer or a software tester. So that those are the not only two roles. There are many other roles. So find your interest, make a list of it, and go onto the internet and find it out. Uh, if you are someone who want to share, put it in the comment. What's your interested, and if I can relate an example of a role that is related to your interest or kind of things that you like, then I would be more happy to guess. That's step number one. You have to figure out what your interest is, bring it narrow down and focus into it. And it's important. I will let you know why in my next step. So define your exact job role. So you must know what exactly you want to do. So one of the common, it is a trap for anyone who is a fresher. They think that I will do any tech job that I get. If I get not only in programming, but if I get a testing job, I will do get a business analyst, whatever, data analyst. I can do anything that I just need a job. So I know it can be sometimes a lot of a stress and a pressure of you just passed out, or you have some of your own challenges to figure out how to find a job, but it is only making your job tougher, because the person or the company who are hiring you, they are hiring for a certain kind of a skill for sure. But if there is too much of a difference between what kind of job you are ready to do and I can do anything, is kind of not attractive to the future company that you might join. So it's better to figure out what exact job role you want. For example, like you have a lot of coding job, and coding job that are different languages. So if you can niche down to a particular language, if you are doing growth hacking, you can niche down what kind of growth hacking you are more interested in, similar to cloud AI or whatever. Let me pick one of the most trending jobs, which is data science. Data science, you must have heard a lot of time. It embodies machine learning, AI, and all. But as the first step, like you can't be a chief data scientist on your first job, right? Uh, so you have to figure out what will be the job role. Is it a data science intern? Is it a junior data scientist? And figure out what kind of skills that are required for that. So if you are narrowing down for a one job role or exact job role that you would be aspire to, and if you want to take it one step ahead, if you want to become a data science in which domain, for example in fintech or in e-commerce or in uh, edtech, so you can figure it out. So if you can narrow these two down, the exact job role and the domain, then it would really help. And if you think that your opportunity of getting job reduces, it's exactly the opposite. Believe it or not, but that's how it is, because everywhere that you speak or you connect, you are connecting with that particular role or that particular thing, which means the questions that are asked you in an interview will have a similar kind of patterns. You will keep becoming more polished as you keep on giving interview, or your job search becomes very reduced. The number of places that you apply are very concentric. Understand the pattern in which they take the interview. You are more well prepared, and so on and so forth. So it has that getting into exactly what you want becomes is very much easier for you to get there. So that's step number two. So the first one is helping the second one, build your resume. Pretty much not a open secret. It's a open secret. Everyone knows that you need a resume, CV, but uh, if you see, that is your first step to market yourself. So I have create another video on the entire resume for a particular niche. So if you know your job profile and everything, so you can kind of sprinkle it around your job resume. So as soon as somebody takes your job resume, let's keep the example of data scientist. So as a junior data scientist, and they will see the amount of projects that you have done, the kind of keywords that you want to have put in, the kind of, even if you are doing kind of a half a day certification. So imagine if, and there are free certification from Google, from Facebook, and I think all of them are offering them an introduction to data science. So if you have all of this certification, maybe if you have five of them and all of them talks about data science, so it kind of stands you out. If you can add some logos in there, and I've spoken in length in resume building, and step by step I've given tools for how to prepare a good looking from a design point of view and everything. So you can figure that out. So that's your step number two. The step number three is put it in all the job sites. Yes. So I'll keep it simple. We have created a list of 50 job sites. You can go them and upload your profile. Create a profile, upload your resume there, or do whatever you want to do there, like whatever is required from that site to up there. Some of the famous placeholder that I think would be interesting is, or some of the place where you find job is, one is Hirect with some mobile based job application portal. One is Indeed and LinkedIn. So these are the three places at least we are currently hiring. So I will tell you about our position opening at the end of the video. Stick around if you want, if you are interested. It's But these are the three places which I have found. It's very interactive. There are a lot of people already looking for the job. Other ones out there, due to short of time, we will not go through it. But what I will do is I will put all the important links, everything in the description and the first comment below. And if you have any question related to the site or anything, just ask in the comment below. So that's the step to put all your job sites in. Make your schedule. So I think this is the fifth step. So the first four steps where you prepare yourself and you get ready to get the job done. What I will do is, like, this is very critical. I want to spend a little more time here because this is what you will be doing while you're hunting for a job or finding a job. And the quality of your results will depend on the process that you follow. So let me focus on this particular thing time of your schedule. So what I've done is I've split it into a 5-step a very simple 5 steps into this process. And I'm taking a little extra time here because this is very important. I just want to make sure you understand this piece correct nicely. And this is kind of a little bit of a common formula for everyone to apply, whatever kind of job you are trying to apply for that matter. So the 5 step that I have broken down is prepare. So the preparation, apply, interview, search and sort, and the last one is follow up. So I'll put them the list in the description below. So your the center of your job searching will be interview. It will always be it you go to a place, be it a physical interview, be it a remote interview. Post pandemic, I think the world has changed completely, and remote interview is something that is going on. It can be an online interview test or so on and so forth. So that interview becomes the center of your world during your interview process, and it will be always anytime in the middle of the day or anytime that suits you and your future company. So that will be at the center of it. So you have to plan everything around it. So that becomes your centerpiece of your whole 5 step process. So it's not a step by step. It's like a solar system kind of a thing where there is a sun in the center. So we have this as a center. What you have to do is, and when I say in the center, so at the end, so if you have a full day, so it becomes somewhere in the middle. It can be anywhere from morning to evening, but it is important. You can't skip it. So that is it. The beginning, whenever it is, so if you have some beginning time, so that time, so at the start of the day, so you have to take out at least 2 hours is my recommendation. You can pick your time, but that's your prep time. So it can be prep for today's interview. If you don't have an interview, prep for any learnings that you had from the previous interview, or you prep for more about what kind of job role is there, what kind of questions that is asked for that particular job role. If there are a behavioral question, whatever preparation you have to prepare yourself for the interview. Just because you got a degree doesn't mean you qualify for a job. You have to prepare what is the need of the job, what kind of questions they might ask. So you have to prepare, and you have to put in a lot of time there, and at least that's what I think in a day, the first 2 hours you should put in there. So that's there. Then your interview piece is there, and at the end of the day, when you are tired, when you don't have much of an energy, you have to do a follow-up step. The follow-up is pretty much, if you have applied to some place, you have to follow up when will the interview start. If you have applied for the interview, you have to follow up what will be the result. Is there any result? Is that, because sometimes you get stuck in the process of interview where there are a lot many candidates, and your either resume gets misplaced, or there can be many issues. So you have to be in contact with the HR or the contact person and follow up. Just don't be too aggressive, be assertive, and follow up at least after a day or something. So if you have been given an interview today, and if you don't know when the result will, they will tell you, will let you know by X and Y day. And if that X day nobody reply, X plus 1 is when you follow up, and you have to do at least 3 follow-ups. So minimum 3 follow-ups. May keep it after every alternate days for now. There are many methods. I will not go into do depth to it. What I want you to do is you have to follow up. Just because you gave an interview doesn't mean that your responsibility is over. You have to make sure that you follow up. And sometimes what you make use of it is, you if they reject you, you kind of ask at least one point that will help you to uh, improve on it, what mistake what was the gap or anything, and use that as a feedback for your prep also, right? So you kind of get this feedback. So that's your the 5 out of the 5 steps. The morning prep and is follow up, center is interview. The two other thing which is kind of important is, one is search and sort, which is you're searching for an new job, or sorting for it. So you can fit it anytime that you want during the day, but do it at least for an hour is my recommendation. That's every day you have to, for 1 hour, you have to keep searching for the job you are doing, and you have to sort it. What I mean by sort is, you search for a job, for example, data scientist again, but it is for a senior data scientist. If you find put a search field as data scientist, get a senior data, you don't sort it out. Just leave it, you move on, you go for the other piece, and you kind of leave it alone. The second thing that is apply. So apply is the most mechanical thing. So whenever, so while you are searching, so people like sort and search and they follow it immediately by apply. Okay, you find something, you apply it, you go move on. Sometimes they just search and sort and keep all the list ready, and they go for apply for some other time, some other batch, other time during the day. They spend 30 minutes to 1 hour. The reason why I think this could be useful, because while you're searching, you are kind of in an exploratory. You want to understand the big picture. Quick, you get this, you save the link, you save the link, you save the link. Because each process of applying can be different, so that can swamp you down too much. So for example, if you have otherwise, if you can spend like just 1 hour in searching, and if you found 10-15 job, that is good for the next couple of days, and you keep applying whenever you have time. So as soon as your quota of applying gets over, or it's becoming lesser, like you have only 5 in your apply sheet, you just go search and sort for a couple of hours, fill it up by another 10-20, and you just keep on doing this is the schedule, this is your plan, and you apply it and you continue doing it till you get your job. And when I say till you get your job, is till you get your offer letter in your hand. And post which also I will recommend you keep giving the interview, because sometimes the jobs goes off. So ideally, till the day of your first offer letter in your hand, you should keep continuing this process, even though if they have given a verbal confirmation or anything, till you get an offer letter in hand, that's a solid evidence that you got a job. So till the time you do that. And the importance of this process or the schedule is, you will have a different emotional turmoil during your interview process. Nobody will talk about this, but what I would be straight with you is, there will be interviews which will go horrible, and there will be interviews that will go excellent. In both the cases, what happens is, as soon as the interview finishes, people just are so tired or drawn by their emotional baggage or whatever the stress. And I have gone through this. And the next day, or at least the half of the rest of the day, we just don't do anything. We don't feel like doing anything. But you have to stick to the plan. You have to continue. I know it will not be easy, but at least do the most easiest thing that you can do. Maybe whatever it is, it can be the follow up, could be the most easiest thing, search and sort could be the most easiest. Whichever thing can keep you moving is something that you can do. And here is where uh, your friends could be helpful. The next step that I will tell you, find your peers, could be helpful, or you can have some interview buddy who can, you all can motivate each other to keep going, keep applying, keep following the process. And if everyone, like both of you, are following the same process, can keep a check on them, and not check on them the kind of job, because you guys are competitor in a way, but you can be collaborative in the sense, like, how much is the job you have to apply today, or how much did you apply today, what is your day by day application rate, and all the, so you can discuss all the numbers about it, how many interview you have given, and so on and so forth. But you have to keep going. I think that's something that people lose the momentum there, and then they find it very difficult to land a job, and they find it very scarce. And today's hot market, it is very, I would uh, I think I might have to disagree with you if you tell me that there is no enough job out there, at least for the tech world. And if you are one looking for it, wait till the end of the video, and I will drop at least 2 jobs at the end of it. So let's get back to the last 2 steps. Stick with me. I know it could be a little more. That's why you can watch the video again if you want. But connect with your peers. So people have already followed your desired path. So here, this is something. It's not in the mainstream. Maybe it's a hack in a way. So what I'm recommending here is, you, for example, if you are doing junior data scientist or data science intern, already so many out there in LinkedIn. Go out there and connect with as many as you can. Just put the welcome message, very decent. I'm interested in the field of data science, and I'm looking for my first job. So I thought it would be interesting to connect with all the people uh, with the position which I desire to become. So I happy to connect. And most of the time, I've seen in the past, some of the interns of mine have tried this, and people are open to connect, because nobody's connecting with them, nobody's networking them. And once you are connecting, you should not ask them if you have any opening in job or not. You just have to learn from them, what did they do to get the job. Just ask questions where about them, about their way of finding job. Ask for advice if you want, like you're looking for a job, share your resume with them to do a cross verification, and ask them first if they are interested. Just don't dump about it. They are not your friends yet, they're just your professional connection. Be cordial, ask how their days are. So all of this thing will help you find answers in advance for your interview. You're preparing for your interview from real individuals who have done the trying or currently doing the job that you are aspiring to be. So there are almost, you have access to everyone, not only in India but across the world. But let's focus on India. Figure out your job title. That's why it's very important. This is a step by step process. If you have not figured out, you will add anyone and everyone, and that is not going to help you because you have so much time in a day and you can only connect to so many people. My recommendation here is anywhere above 500 to begin with at the minimum of any role, and one particular role. For example, if you are looking for junior data scientist, so you can, if you are looking for a junior data scientist role, you can go to intern, junior data scientist, and maybe data scientist, not even senior, but data scientist. So anywhere, and data analyst. So this 2, 3, 5 is fine. So you can play around with that. And only this kind of role, 500 of them. You will get many kind of people. If you send out 10 requests, only 2 might accept it, but 2 is better than 0. And you will be able to connect, and you kind of check with them. You ask if they want to be your mentor in a way, or if you they want, if they are ready to, and um, what you can do simply is, I know you tell them that you know that they are busy. You will only ask them 1 or 2 questions a week. Are they fine asking it to you? Are they fine that you ask it to them? And if they are happy to answer, then they're happy to answer. If they're not, don't try to bug them. But imagine if you have 500 connections. Every day you can ask 10 people different questions. It can be questions that people have asked you in interview. You can use this power of network as much as you can. I know it is like you are taking people's time out. You are uh, uh, trying to take advantage of them. It's not exactly that, but you are seeking for help, and if they are happy to help, better than it's good for at least them to help out, and for them to also understand what kind of people are there to work. But try to not directly ask for the job here. You want them as your allies, not like an headhunter and all, and be respectful of their time. People might not reply to your date. Just don't do follow up and all. Just leave them alone. Connect back after a week or so. It depends upon how do you want to uh, uh, do this exercise. It's a slow process, and this is an extension process. So even if you get a job, it's good to have people in your network, because after 2 years you're again going to look for a job, or at least after 3 years, I don't know, whatever your length is. And then this network kind of helps you. Currently you don't have anything else to do, might as well build your network. So that ideally, what my recommendation is, during your college time you should be doing this. If you know what you want to become, that's a different story. But at least now you have some time, you are rushing to get the first job, and this is a good time to network. So connect with your peer. 500 is my recommendation, but it's up to you how you want to roll this. The top 10 companies, so this one is very different, according to me at least. So what I'm telling here is, once you have decided which kind of role that you want, go and search that keyword. Like, for example, if data science, I'm continuing with the example. So if there is data science, search of top 100 upcoming data science companies in India, let's say, just put it out there, or top 10 data science company that are doing things differently. So you go on that, go to your stories, or there are many online media channels where they talk about all the upcoming companies, and there you can find list of companies in different segment, and figure out, go to their website, check out. You are deciding which company you want to join, so it's your game. So here you can uh, do that during like you can figure it out. It can be a big company like the big brands in India, so you can figure out which one want you want to join and all. And you have to see if their process allows you to join, because there are, for example, there are top companies, even the top IT companies also, they take on campus or in campus kind of a job. So uh, people from outside cannot apply directly, so there are some rules and processes you have to follow it. But here what I'm talking about are those upcoming companies. There are small startups or people or the company with the size of 100 to 500 employee, but they are doing good. This can be a small company like ours with 20 employees, so that can be also a possibility. It's up to you what kind of role that you want to do. So here you basically you make a list of it. You don't start with all 100 at once, start with 10. And here the trick is, I'll keep it short because it is a bit complex here. What I want you to do is you have to figure out which is there a job opening for your kind of role in that company. If they mention anything about that, either their service or product talks about it. And if it is there, once you find out who all the people are in the authority position. It can be head of engineering, VP of engineering, it can be CTO, it can be project manager, project leader, director, any of such authority position or the senior position, and connect with them, saying that I'm starting a job role. Keep it simple. I'm here to find jobs, and I have an idea that I think would work with you. That's it. What you say, and let me know if you want to hear. If they connect, and then once they connect, tell them that I'm not like, if you figure it out, if there is a job opening there, uh, and if it's a job opening is there, you apply to the process that they have because they have a process. But if there is not a job opening, is where it becomes very interesting. You create a job opening. So what you do is, I see that there are certain this kind of project going on, this kind of services going on. I'm sure you might meet juniors to help you with some of the work. What I'm asking is a 15 minutes interview by any of your member of the team, and if they think I am worth giving a shot, just give me that interview, and and in return I would be happy to work for 1 week for you. And if you can afford it, give it for free. If you can't afford it, tell them that uh, after the interview, give me a task for 1 week and tell me what you are happy to pay for it. And later on, you decide if they, first of all, you have to clear the interview. So as soon as you do that, you get an interview for 15 minutes because you have created it. Nobody else in the world is doing that interview. So you are alone in that. And if you get the interview, that's a win already for you because you understand kind of questions that they ask. It will increase your confidence. They will know that you are a confident person to reach out and take that. And if you get that 1 week job, so it not only gives you an experience, you get an idea of testing, because it's not only getting a job, right? Because you have to do it for the rest of your life. So you have to understand also that if you're liking it, or how are you feeling it. Is it too much pressure for you? Can you handle that thing? Because this is a what you say, it's a pilot project or a test project or a proof of concept project kind of a thing, where you're testing, they are testing if you're worth it to give a big shot. So that's what, like, and after which you may not get a call for an full-time job or not. But my challenge here is, if you do this for 100 companies, the minimum you will land or you should land is at least 10 interviews. And out of that 10 interviews, you should get at least one gig, is my recommendation. That's this 100 companies idea. It can be lengthy, but as I mentioned, you have a schedule. So in your schedule, if it is what I've recommended is 2 hour schedule. So if you just add one more hour to it, and to do this kind of connecting with companies in that extra 1 hour, and even the connecting with peer thing in that extra 1 hour, and you can mix that peer thing with the company's thing. So you can, if you connect with the peer, you can ask them who is the point of authority who are taking big decision in your company. Can you share their LinkedIn account? And from there you get leads or you get contacts for the last step, and that's how you play around with it. So you don't have to do all the heavy lifting yourself, and it could be easy. And for now you can only connect with people who are connecting, and you can check out them, and you will, at least if you do 10 interviews, you will become more experienced with that, and your confidence will increase. And that, I think, it should help you out, and that's my claim here. You can decide if it's something that you want for the final step. And that's it, that's our the seventh step. I hope you liked it. Before we leave, couple of more minutes, if you just hang on, I have two job vacancies, one for C sharp web developer and JavaScript developer. The link to them are in the comments below. So you just have to register to the portal, and the team will help you carry out our interview process. I have a long interview process of 5 to 7 days interview process. That's what we do. We help also our candidates to learn a bit during our interview process. That's our contribution to them. And you know what, I will take, I'll just try to take another couple of minutes with you. If you really find this video valuable, I want you to send it to at least one person, send it to you. I think it will help someone to get a job, and it's very important for everyone to get a job. And if you think that it's important for you to get a job, share this with as many people as you can. Put it in all the social media that you have, so that will at least help you create your own. So if you don't have Twitter or LinkedIn, you must create that and put it out there on all platform. If you have WhatsApp, Instagram, put it on the link in the stories and share about it. Tell people that you're looking for a job, right? Because there can be some people in your own phone connection or network who's either there can be some uncle whose relative is having an IT company or a tech company. So you never know. So you can mention, I'm looking for a job and found this video useful. That's it, and put the link there. And the most important thing is, whatever social WhatsApp group that you have, I know it's very risky for you, but tell them that I'm looking for a job, and that's why I'm sending this message. And I just want to share this video so that I can give value in back to you, so that every WhatsApp group people know that you are someone who is looking for a technical job, and at least they will connect to someone who understand what is technical. You don't have to tell them you're looking for a C sharp, JavaScript, or those kind of a role, but just tell them. And as this video along with that, just to like put it on me, telling that Vikram Shetty has told me to do this, so that I'm doing it. And yeah, I'll take the comments in the comment section below for that. And if you are a teacher, and especially this is for the teacher, and if you're watching till now, and the reason I'm telling you is because I will be going to send it to some of the teachers. If you're a teacher, share it with all your students. Not only that, share with the other teacher from other colleges. All the students are want some help to find job. Uh, Unfortunately, finding a job is a different skill set that you need. Doing a job, you need a different skill set, and students sometimes find it's very difficult. And this, if it gives one idea for them to land a job as a teacher, I think, I'm sure that that's all my teachers wanted. Even my principal wanted the same. So if you're a teacher, please do that. I would really appreciate your effort of sharing it with all of them. Uh, I truly believe that this video should help someone to get a job. And all the descriptions in all the links, important links, are in the description below. So if you have missed something, put that. If you are not able to find, or if you have any follow-up question, put it in the comment below, and let me know about it. And uh, just to end one with last question time here. So if you have any unrelated question or any related question that about finding a job, which unrelated as mean it's not covered in this particular video, just put it in the comment below, and I would love to answer them. And if you have liked this video, just mention that, so it At least if there are other people who are watching this, they will also come to know and they can reply. And before I go, I want to give you a bonus tip, because that's what is something special that I think we have to give to people who have watched till now. Is, I mentioned about connect with your peers for new people, but what you can also do is you can have your a group of friends who are doing different kind of a slightly different kind of a role. And for example, let me give an example. So for example, if you want to find a programming job, okay, now while you're looking for a programming job, you will put a lot of search keywords which are not related to your key, primary language. For example, if you are looking for C sharp role and there is some Java role that's available, so what you can do is you can have a shared spreadsheet where you can have JavaScript, Python, C sharp, Java, Node.js, so on and so forth. And if you find anything which is not related during a search and sort thing, you put your link there. Okay, and among 5 or 6 of them, you do that. And so because you are doing this process daily, at the end of it, you will have a list of database where other people can go and apply for that position. And also what you can do is, for example, you're applying for C sharp job and given the interview and you got rejected, so you can put that link also afterwards, so if somebody else can take advantage of it. It can be a collaborative effort also. It need not to be a blood red competitive thing. There are enough jobs, I think, in the market, and you just need one good job to do. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, put a comment, let me know how you find it. I think this should help many students out there. All the best in your job hunting, and keep well. See you next time. Bye bye.